Well, welcome to Allen's Day. We're back over at Rachael and Alyssa's. This is a project that I've been helping them out with for a while, and I'll show you a little bit more but once we get into it. But this is their place right here. Well, welcome back to Allen's Day. This is going to be part one of working with Alyssa and Rachael on their Milk House Salon project. This is a project that we started last summer, and I'm finally back on it. I've had a few other projects that jumped the line and got in front of this one. Had a motorhome upgrade, had a boat upgrade, and also a tractor upgrade. So it's time to get started back onto the Milk House Salon. And I'll just sort of walk you around the outside and just show you what we did up to this point and explain the process of how we went about it. So what we have here is this structure right here was an old milk house. And they're going to upgrade this and turn this into a dog grooming salon. So when we first started on this, it was just a block building and the roof collapsed and fell inside of it, and it was an absolute mess. So last summer, Rachael and Alyssa, they had friends and family over to help out, and we took the old roof out of there and said, okay, it's time to rebuild and upgrade this thing. So just going around it, just show you some of the basics of what we did. You can see it's a pretty nice structure. It has just that old time. It's an old, like I said, it's an old milk house, and tried to keep some of that same milk house charm to it. So started out with the block building here, and then Alyssa came up with the idea. I said, you know what, the apron on the outside there, or the approach, well, let's stretch that out and make that into the entryway. So in doing so, that means I had to stretch these tails of these rafters out here a little bit. So I'll go through and show you what we did on that. These are all our 2x8s that are on here, and on all these tails here, there's quite a bit of load that potentially can get out on this here. So I had to reinforce those. So I just took a 2x8 right there, and then put a piece of 3/4 inch MDO signboard on there. But the way to reinforce that is, I do this on a lot of projects, is I just don't like wood by itself. I got to throw some steel into it. So sandwiched between the 2x8 and the 3/4 plywood, there is PL Premium. There's a piece of galvanized 16 gauge steel that goes from that point all the way past up on the inside. So with that steel being in there, that is going to help take some of that load. It's not going to warp. It's going to hold this structure together. So also on this structure here, this is all 2x8 and 2x6 and 2x10 cedar tone lumber. Now, you got to be very careful when you say the word cedar tone. Cedar tone is a brand that this particular stuff I got from Menards, because it is a real good quality wood. But they also have a cedar tone at Home Depot, and that is just the color of brown. It's not actually the brand name, so be very careful. Do you want the brand or do you want the color? Because the Home Depot cedar tone, from what I've seen, is not even remotely close to the same quality. It's just a tinted green lumber. So my thought process on this is I was going to go for a 200-year roof structure on here. So everything is 3/4 inch plywood on tongue and groove, water resistant plywood on the roof, all the cedar tone for all the fascias and rafters with steel tied inside. Also up on the peak on the inside, there's some steel plates holding things together. The sidewalls right here, that is all 3/4 inch signboard with 2x6 cedar tone studs and sill plates in there. And then also the rest of the structure is all the cedar tone. So as you can see, like I said, I'm shooting for 200 years out of this, at least out of this. There's nothing going to be moved. It's going to be a good solid building. And then last fall's project was working with them and putting the roof on there. So if they keep changing that roof out, they'd be in good shape. At some point, when the budget allows, I think a standing seam metal roof would be in order. So let me just walk you around and show you what this is. And anytime I put something together, I like to have the biggest overhang that I can possibly get in here. And that's going to help protect the building. That still has to be reinforced. There's still got to be tails that the side load out on the ends there. And then also on the ends here, I like to have as much overhang as possible. So the distance from here to here, yes, it's a little more roof space or more shingles, more surface area up there. But what it does to help protect the building itself, keeps the water away from the building. So put as much area as you can sticking out on the sides of your building to keep the water away, keep it protected. And just got some treated cedar tone to go with all the way around. Made some box frames, and Alyssa and Rachael, they came through and they put the windows in there. The outside still has to be all, we got to come up with something for the siding on there. This is all has to be softened and filled in here. So there's plenty of work to do on here yet. So they found a door at rummage sale or secondhand place, so we put those in there. And there's Rachael. She's coming out to visit. She's supposed to be out here at 8 o'clock. Oh, I can't even see you in there, Rachael.
Oh, no, I was here all night waiting for you.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Rachael can fit through the door there. It's all snowed in yet. We're still in ice, so it's a warm day out today. And so this is going to be part one, introduction to the Milk House Salon / barn project here. So there's plenty to do around here. Like I said, this is a work in progress, and I try to get over here as often as I can to give them a hand with their stuff. And later on we'll get you inside and show you what we're doing with the spray foam, a 200 amp electrical panel put inside there. Oh, here's one of the dogs out here to visit. And there's also got to be a grooming table set up in there, washer dryers, customer service counter, and then a drying room for the dogs once they groom them and bathe them in there. And so today we're going to be working on the putting a heater in the drying room in there. So, well, we'll talk to you guys later. Well, we're at Rachael and Alyssa's, and this is their pack here. Alyssa's on the left, Rachael's on the right. This is their homestead that they have here that they're working on here. So I'll take you inside and show you just a little teaser of what's to come on this project here. So,
Grooming.
oh, we got a kitten in there too. So this is the project we're working on. They've got it all spray foamed and sealed up. Alyssa and Rachael have been doing some of the carpentry work in here. I give them a list and they knock out what's on the list. Rachael put the counter together here, and like I said, this is all studded out in here. There's steel connection plates up on the top, and the plumbing is in the floor. The windows were all roughed in there. That was Rachael and Alyssa. They did all the trim work around there. They built the wall for the washer to be behind, and some of the plumbing in there. And then put a 200 amp electrical service out here, and that'll be a whole nother series that goes from there all the way over, and you can just barely see it right over there on the house that was put in there. And so then we go into the drying room. This is just an old barn. Rachael and Alyssa have been chipping out on the floor here. They're going to go back and smooth that out. We framed this up last fall here, and got that all put in there. There again, we got the door in there. Oh, I see they've been doing some work here, and since I was here last, they put the plywood on the wall here. That used to be just a brick wall in there. Whoa, they did a good job on that. The next project for today is that wall there it doesn't have to be insulated because it's just sharing heat with the other wall there. But this wall here is an exterior wall. So today's mission is we've got to get some plywood on, 2-inch styrofoam on the back, and then some plywood. What the main goal today is get some heat in here. It's cold in here. Alyssa and Rachael got this heater, and Alyssa started hooking this up yesterday. She's got this up here. She's got the 8-2 wire running all the way across, going into the panel there. One suggestion I have for them is let's take the heater here and just move it to the corner and put it out there. And one reason don't mind moving is because I've got a 36 by 36 inch galvanized steel plate to put up on the ceiling just as a heat shield. Don't know if it's necessary, but I think it'd be just cheap insurance. So that's going to be the mission for today, is get that going. And I'm just here to assist these two. Talk to you guys later. Well, we're back again. Alyssa and Rachael are putting in the 40 amp breaker that is going to run the heater over there. So they're becoming quite the accomplished electricians here. And just get in there and show you what. Oh, there she is. Oh, she already got her thumb. So you know she's doing good if she's got the tape on the finger already. So we'll bring you back once we're ready to hit the switch and get it going.
We'll find out what we win.
Well, we got today's project done at Rachael's and Alyssa's. We got the heater moved and installed, and it's working just fine. Got the wall on right there, and that was all that's on the list. And we got a game plan for the next phase of the project here.
It's getting there.
So one day at a time. Eventually will be done. And then once that's done, then it's moving on to the big room. Talk to you guys later. Part 2. Thank you for watching Alan's Day. Life is about making choices. Some things are already perfect. Some things you may choose to upgrade. This channel will show you both. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks again.